What's up, guys? It's Eric and
Melanie,
and we are the Jacksons. Welcome back to our channel. We want to do an update for quarantine and let you guys know where exactly we're at, what we're doing.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
How are you doing quarantining right now with coronavirus? Are you working from home? Are you going to work? Are you out of work? I mean, so many situations. Eric's working from home.
Yeah.
I'm not really, technically. I don't know. It's kind of complicated. But I just filed for unemployment like a lot of people did. Things are kind of up in the air with my job right now. But, I mean, we're making it. I feel so blessed because I know that there's so many people out there that are way worse.
So many.
To have what we have, our bills are being paid, our rent is paid, we're not having to ask to push it back. I mean, which is the situation for so many people. So like, yes, I don't want to be unemployed right now, but I'm just really thankful that we do have what we have. So
Yeah, that's serious.
oh guys, I took up watercoloring. I don't have any of my pictures. We'll put them here.
That'll be a different video.
Yeah.
We'll go over your watercolor.
Can we just share like how God has come through knowing that coronavirus was gonna happen
Oh man.
and being able to provide? Yeah.
Because nobody could have foreseen how it would affect everybody. It would affect us. How everybody in the world would be dealing with all this. So I'm so thankful and gracious that God was able to bless me with the job. In a sense to say, like, look, I got you. I got you. This whole quarantine situation, it's kind of twofold. It's kind of bittersweet because we're able to be at home with each other, with our dog, which is awesome. But it's like you have two people who typically aren't together this much because we work jobs. We're home together all the time. So there's communication that needs to happen that doesn't always happen.
We call it intense fellowship. Is that what we call it?
Yeah.
That's what we've been having.
Within the church, intense fellowship is something that goes around. People have dabbles in it every now and then.
Yeah.
Couples specifically.
I got frustrated. Let's just be real. Can we be hot? Like Mike Tyson says, can we be humble, open, transparent?
Yeah.
I was frustrated. I mean, I'm over here. I'm cooking like almost every day. Like whenever we first got married, I would cook all the time.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's when we first got married. Like I'm cooking all the time. I make your breakfast. I make your lunch. I make your dinners. I make your snacks. Not really snacks. I mean, I just give you like chips and stuff. But I give them to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I was frustrated. I asked him to do dishes or whatever, clean, blah, blah, blah. And they just sit and sit and sit and sit. Well, that's frustrating. And I know I'm not the only woman out there. Somebody give me like a hand raise in the comments below and let me know that you feel me. And I can only imagine how kids feel too, because I'm begging for your attention sometimes. I mean, like, you have to work. Sometimes you work really late. I'll ask him, like, when are you off?
That's like a
Because
that's
you
a
don't
hard
really know.
question. That's a hard question for me to answer because technically I can be like in 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Like me, like TV, I love watching TV with you. I love watching movies with her.
Do you?
But I'm a creative. I'd rather be creating something or doing
You watch
something.
hours and hours of YouTube. What's the difference?
But normally I learn stuff.
You can learn. No.
Okay. Anyways,
You can't
it's like
learn
tutorials
anything
how to
from
do something for graphic
Real
design or
Housewives.
whatever else. And given a time whenever I'm supposed to not do something that I actually like doing, it's not really the easiest thing to do. So
No, especially when I'm being annoying like this because
yeah, because I'm like, bruh, I've heard people say it's a struggle being at home working, and sometimes I work more, like, and I feel this. Sometimes I work more being at home than I did whenever I wasn't at home. But also,
so hard working.
But also, I've heard people say that it's hard working at home because you're here, but you're not here.
Yeah.
And in my mind, like, I don't want to say that whenever she asks questions and stuff like that, or whenever she comes to me and wants to talk throughout the day. But back here in my mind, I'm like, bro, I'm not here.
I'm here, but I'm not here.
I'm really not here right now because I'm trying to get this work done.
So anyway, long story long, we've been having to figure out how to both get our needs met while well. Respecting each other, which we're not always great at, let's be honest.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, how have you guys been handling being at home with your spouse or your loved one or your brother or your sister or your auntie?
Or your kids.
Your kids. Whoever you're quarantining with, your dog, whatever. Or if you're by yourself, how have you been quarantining by yourself? Because, you know, I have like some friends that are single and they're like at home by themselves. And I'm like, girl, having a companion isn't always daisies and roses and rainbows and peaches and creams.
Yeah, especially if they're working.
Anyways, what else have we been doing while we're quarantining? Oh, we went for a good walk. We went for a
one good walk.
Dang, why you gotta call us out like that?
We gotta get our walk
Crazy
game
girl,
up.
by the way.
But yeah, we gotta get more active.
Well, I mean, we take Rue out like for walks every day, but like to a park to go walking, like exercise walks, yeah, that hasn't been our primary like thing. However, you know, we still have time.
So, questions. How have y'all been spending your time during quarantine? Has it been a bad experience for you? Or has it actually been a good experience
I mean,
for
I
you?
think there is good and bad, but like how have
Yes.
you... Ooh, okay, let me just share from my notes today. One of the notes that I have is, what is my response? Like, my response is more important than the reason why. What are you doing when you're in the middle of something? And so in my notes I have, my response is more important than the reason why I'm in the middle. So we're all in the middle of a crisis right now. We're all in the middle of quarantining, staying home, this new way of normal. So what are we doing with it? Instead of trying to figure out like why this happened to us, why this is going on, stop saying why and say what. What are we doing? What does God want me to do at this time? What does my husband want me to do at this time for ourselves? How can we grow? How can we make the most of this? How can we use this opportunity to do something positive? Right?
Yeah.
Good.
All right, guys, that's all we got today, and we'll talk to you later. Once again, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like and also share it so that other people can check out our videos, all right? We love y'all. We hope to talk to y'all soon, and we'll see y'all later, all right?
Stay blessed.
Peace.